It just sucks when you find something you love so much and then your stupid ass does something you can't do. And I love pole dancing so much, you know, and I don't think people understand that. Jesus, leave Britney alone. It's... Okay. Hey guys, I'm certainly not feeling very energetic, and I'm not even gonna do an intro video. Jesus. No good intro to this video because, you know, I always promise to be really raw on this channel, and that includes crying. I'm such an emotional person, and, you know, some people might, you know, sit there and laugh at me because I'm crying on video, you know. I shouldn't care about that right now, but, I just wanted to film this in the moment because I don't really know what to do, and I know I'm going from A to C. Okay, I should probably tell you first what's going on. I mean, I should be on the kitchen floor right now, so it'd be like Trisha Paytas. Just kidding. I don't know what to do, he slapped me! I hope my parents don't come up and I'm just fucking crying in front of a camera. Why am I doing this when this just happened? But I also want to catch it in the moment, you know? I don't want to sit there and plan a video to talk about something like this. I don't know. So this is gonna be really rambly, as you can already tell. As you guys may know, I've posted videos before. I'll put them up here for you guys on my shoulder and like having issues with it. I never really called it an injury because it didn't feel bad. Like, it never was like really painful ever. It was just kind of achy, and like I always assumed once I stopped pole dancing, which I haven't pole danced now for 4 or 5 months, I thought that once I stopped pole dancing, take a break, that it would go away. I assumed that, I don't know. So I got this injury from basically doing an Aisha, which looks like this if you don't know what pole dancing is. Doing a handspring into an Aisha before I could do it. You know, I hadn't even been taught how to do it. I just like was alone at the studio and I was like, I'm just gonna fucking do this. Like, I believe in myself. And then something shifted in my shoulder. And then, you know, I've kind of had my shoulder pop in and out before. I have hypermobility. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm really flexible. My shoulders, I've always been really flexible, and I've heard that I could have issues with things like that if I'm really flexible. And so I went like another year pole dancing, a full year after this happened. Like, I just feel so stupid even saying that. I just never assumed it was anything serious. Like, I just, you know, whatever. You know, people told me to see a physiotherapist, but I was thinking, oh, that's going to cost me money, and, you know, I'm a poor student or whatever. And I was just making all these excuses to not go check it out. It wasn't bad enough or something. God. And I finally saw a physiotherapist now, like, maybe almost like 1.5 years later after this incident. And I feel so stupid for being so emotional about it. And my parents keep telling me, you don't know yet, you know, you haven't had a scan. But basically, I saw a physiotherapist today, and he checked out, he did the whole, like, motions, like, range of motions, like, what can I do? And he determined that, because he thought it was probably something with my muscles, because he said a lot of the time people think it's something with their bones. I think this is what he said, or I've heard this from other people too, that people think it's something with their bones or whatever, but then it's actually their muscles. But then he did all these tests on me, and I explained to him, and then I explained to him more what happened, or like, you know, and also like told him, you know, when traveling I just feel weak. It doesn't hurt. It's never been like, oh my god, my shoulder hurts. It's just been achy. And like, I notice it if I sleep like very weirdly, like I don't even know how to show it, and it'll get achy just on my bad shoulder sometimes when I sleep. And when I was putting things in the overhead bin, like I could barely, like, it's just really weak, or something's off. It's like not even like I went to a doctor for it at first, and she kind of just looked at me like, cause she did all these tests, and does this hurt, does that hurt, and none of it like hurt. And I just felt stupid because I know there's something wrong, but she was like, I felt like she kind of gave me an attitude that, you know, I'm just crazy or something. Anyways, and so she told me to go see a physiotherapist with my crazy ass. It was great. And I finally saw one today. Like I've said a million times, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. And basically he ended up saying, and he didn't even say this in a serious way or that this is actually what's going on, and this is why I feel stupid for taking that and running with it, because it might not even be the case. Like I'm thinking worst case scenario in my head, but I can't help it because I love pole dancing so much, you know. And I don't think people understand that. Jesus. Leave Brittany alone. I just feel stupid. I'm like crying over pole dancing, and I feel like people that don't understand how much it means to me, or to people, like getting an injury like in your shoulder and you're a pole dancer, it's just crazy. Like that's bad. That's bad. And like basically he ends up saying that, I think he said it might be like, I think it's a labrum tear, like the inner thing, because he couldn't feel any, like it didn't hurt when he was touching me or anything, and just the way I was describing it, like it cracks and it aches. And I was even looking now, of course I googled it and looked at the symptoms and they all match. And so he said that you might even need surgery. And I never thought that it was that bad. Like, to me, that's just bad, you know? It's like it's a labrum fracture. He thinks it might be. Mind you, I hate making this video because he didn't say that's what it is. And you know, I'm just taking it and running with it. So I'm gonna have, like, an MRI scan and figure it out for sure what's going on. And I am gonna start doing physiotherapy, doing some exercises, because he said that couldn't hurt, doing, like, small exercises, obviously not high impact stuff, but yeah, you know, if I get a surgery, I can't help but think, like, will I ever, like, heal properly? Like, will I ever be able to, like, I'm sure I could, I don't know, would I ever be able to pole dance again? Like, I don't know what the implications of this are. And it just sucks when you find something you love so much and then your stupid ass does something you can't do and you get injured. And then the shoulder just seems so complicated to me that how could I heal from that? And I broke my foot a while ago, and yeah, that's healed completely, but I still get some aches in it, and it still isn't completely like it used to be. So it's like, am I just fucked? Like, I don't know. And I'm scared that, you know, even if I could pole dance afterwards, like, I'm scared that a doctor's gonna tell me not to because he doesn't understand, or, like, he doesn't even know, because of partly the stigma of pole dancing, and also, you know, because I feel like some people are like, yeah, well, what's the use, like, why are you pole dancing? Like, you know, people don't seem to understand that it's an actual sport. And so I'm just also scared that a doctor's gonna tell me not to do it. Not necessarily because I shouldn't do it, but because it's pole dancing. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe that's me being biased because I've had so much stigma thrown towards me about pole dancing. You know, a doctor should be unbiased when it comes to any kind of exercise. But you don't know. Like, doctors are people, and people can be judgmental and not see the point in pole dancing. Like, why would you do that? It's such a sexual thing. I don't know where I'm going with this. I think this is probably gonna be the end of this video. And why does it feel weird to be vulnerable? Like, I am a person that likes to be vulnerable and cry. Well, I don't like to cry, but like, but I just know, I just have this sense at the back of my head that someone's gonna be like, oh, Lauren's crying about pole dancing, or like, oh my god, like, I don't know, it's so stupid. But, and even me just saying that, I feel like it shows I'm insecure about it, which I'm not. I fucking love pole dancing. I don't know, when I'm hurting about something, I become more insecure. I'm gonna admit that. I become more insecure, because now I might not have pole dancing, which makes me happy. Well, it's not the only thing that makes me happy, but I don't know, now I'm just rambling, I'm going off on tangents, as one does, if one is Maren. But I wanted to share this with you guys. Whether you're a pole dancer, or whether you're someone that doesn't pole dance, I guess partly to show these things happen. If you're a pole dancer, don't fucking do something you can't do. But I know me saying that to you isn't gonna help, because you'll do it anyways, because that's what I did. Like, you know, like, it's just, I mean, I'm still gonna try to tell you. I know it's exciting to learn new things, but if you don't have the strength, if you don't have the technique in, you will injure yourself. If well, you're not will, but like you're very likely to, especially if it's something like the Aisha, something crazy, you know. Like I even know someone in my studio that had a hamstring tear because they tried to do a spatchcock, which is this if you don't pole dance. Sorry, my dad just came up and I didn't want him to see me crying in front of a camera with like a ring light. I don't know. But what was I think I was just saying that, you know, even if you don't pole dance and you're watching this video, I guess I just want to show people that aren't educated on pole dancing and make assumptions and, you know, kind of don't think it's a serious, not that it's a serious thing, but like I don't think people know how much pole dancing means to people that pole dance. Like it's kind of looked at as this hypersexualized sport. Not that there's something wrong with something being sexualized, but like I don't think people realize how much it means to pole dancers to pole dance. You know, it's just like any other athlete. If they have something happen that makes them not able to do the sport they love, that's heartbreaking. You know, it's almost, actually, I think it's actually worse than a breakup for me, or like losing the love of my life. Or I don't know, love of my life, because I haven't met the love of my life, but like it's worse than a breakup, any breakup I've ever had. Fuck guys, just pole dance. But yeah, it just means a lot to me, like pole dancing. It gives me this, it's almost like active meditation. It gives me this very tangible goal, or everything melts away when I pole dance. And I don't know, I finally found my one physical activity that I like, and I'm not necessarily a person that has always loved going to the gym and stuff like that. It's just heartbreaking, the thought of not being able to pole dance. I don't know if I'm ever gonna post this. I might not post this for another 2 months, but I wanted to still film this in the moment. I think it's like the 5th of December today, 2019, I'm not sure. Who knows, maybe if I do get surgery I'll make it into some sort of series and, you know, document my recovery. That actually would be a good idea, because I'm sure there's other pole dancers out there that are going through the same thing. I actually just posted in this pole dancing group, just, you know, I don't know what to do, and if anyone else has had a similar experience, because there's quite a few pole dancers in the world, and I'm sure there's someone that's in the same or a very similar situation to me. So, you know, if you are, I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy. That's fucking Shannon Rose's thing. This YouTuber, she always says that. I'm sorry.
I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy.
I'm sending you all my love and positive energy. I don't give a shit if it's Shannon Rose's thing. For anyone out there, even if you're not a pole dancer and you're just injured and you might have to have surgery or something, and you feel like the sport that you're doing might be impacted negatively by this, and especially if it's something that you feel like could have been avoided, like something you really consciously did. Like, you know, sometimes there's sports accidents, like, you know, some in footballs, or like, I don't know, where like it's very random seeming, like someone knocks into you or like falls on top of you. Me, I knew I was doing something I couldn't do. I fully knew that. No one had ever taught me how to do an Aisha, and I still did it. So for me, not saying it's harder for me, but in a way, I feel way more guilt, because this is something I literally did to myself consciously. Well, I wasn't like, I'm gonna get an injury, but, you know, whatever. I'm gonna end it here, like I've said a million times. I feel weird saying, you know, subscribe and stuff, but I mean, if you want to subscribe, and maybe if you're a pole dancer, follow my pole dancing journey, and, whoa! And my updates on my injury. Oh my god, sorry. I'm probably losing focus. Yeah, then subscribe if you guys want to. Or like me. Like my video. Like me. Sorry. Yeah. And follow me on Instagram if you guys want to. Merry Christmas. I'm gonna go now. Bye. Have a good day.